Rams head coach Sean McVay, he is not messing around with you reporters anymore, all right? He has had it up to here with you guys. And maybe me, I don't know. I don't think I said anything about his comments about what he said about Stafford and being in a good mood and stuff like that. But also, I just want to throw this out there because I saw a couple videos that came out after Sean McVay's press conference, which we will listen to the first bit of, so everybody knows what happened here and what Sean McVay said. If you guys haven't seen it, I watch all the press conferences, and it kind of like it started, and I was like, oh, like, oh man, okay. But I saw some follow up, some clips from different channels and stuff like that. Mike Florio. I never really had an issue with Mike Florio. I guess I still don't. I don't know him personally. I'm sure he's fine. But when did he become so opinionated? When did he just like have this super attitude that he knows all the right ways to do everything and everything that he does is right? And if he disagrees with you, no, you did it wrong. That was the wrong way to handle that, Sean. I think that's ridiculous. But he's been super opinionated lately. I don't know if I missed something. But I remember like watching him in Sims on PFT or whatever, and he's always just been kind of like a cool dude or whatever. And now he's just like, he's super whiny lately. I don't know why he's whiny lately, but he did not like Sean McVay's comments about the media. I mean, and I see both sides of it. I see what Sean McVay's saying. He's like, first of all, I did not attack Jared Goff. I didn't say anything about Jared Goff. And then the media is like, but I mean, you kind of meant that though. Like you kind of meant that to Jared Goff, like not necessarily directly about Jared Goff, but saying that like you're blatantly in a better mood this season over last season. I'm sure there's a lot of things going on that are different and that are awesome, but that's a big one. That's a big story, is changing your quarterback. All right. And it's like the one big change you did this season, except for letting some other guys sign other places. That's your one change. And you got a new defensive coordinator. So when you're saying, damn right, I'm in a better mood, what are we supposed to think, Sean? All right. But also the media blew that up as well. They kind of were like, oh, he hates Jared. Like, it's like, okay, first of all, we knew he hated Jared. Like, I don't want to say he hated Jared, but like, we knew that there was some tension growing there. We knew that. All right. But Sean McVay says his comments were not about Jared Goff. I think clearly they were in some kind of like sideways way. They weren't necessarily directed at Jared Goff, but Jared Goff was like an awkward third-party beneficiary of these comments in a weird way. So, yeah, it was about Jared in a sense, but I believe that McVay is sick about being asked about Jared Goff, and he's trying to put the story to bed. So, when he's asked about, like, are you excited this year? People are saying you're in a better mood this year. Like, him saying, yeah, I'm in a better mood this year, that's not necessarily an attack on Jared. It's pumping up Matthew Stafford. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with being excited for your quarterback, being excited about your team. What is he supposed to say there? I'll go back to my Brockers comments just a little bit earlier. What is he supposed to say there? Like, oh, people have said you're in a better mood this year. And he's like, oh, actually, no, I'm not really excited. Like, this is going to be rough. Like, what are you supposed to do with that? So, yeah, he's going to say he's excited. But, you know, also on the other side of this, Jared Goff, he was on Rich Eisen, and he was pretty clear about trying to avoid the conversation about the Rams. And I have no issues with that. All right. So he was asked, like, did you know this was coming? And he said, no, I had no inclination at all that I was about to get traded. I didn't get a call. He said he was surprised. And that was not the part of the conversation that he wanted to carry on. He wanted to talk about being in Detroit, playing for Dan Campbell, that he feels really good about those coaches, that maybe their personalities are fitting in just a little bit better. So he was more adamant about talking about that in the future than what happened with the Rams. And Sean McVay is doing the same exact thing. He's more inclined to talk about what's going on with Matthew Stafford, his progression, what he sees from Stafford throughout, these OTAs and the mini camps that we're seeing right now. And he's not wanting to go back and talk about Jared anymore. That's over. It's done now. All right. JG16 is gone now, and he's now in Detroit. We don't have to worry about it anymore. But Goff was very clear about talking about his future, not his time with the Rams. And clearly there was tension between the two near the end there. I don't think anybody can dispute that at all. But they are both adults. They are both grown-ups in the room, as Colin Cowherd would say. They're both grown-ups. Neither of them is going to sit there and be like, yeah, you know what, man? I didn't really like that guy, especially near the end there. That guy was being a jerk. He's not Marcus Peters out here talking about the past 2 years down the road. Neither of these guys are that kind of personality. They're just going to let it go and move on. Can we just talk about 2021, no longer 2020? So that's what's been happening right now. And I wanted to play Sean McVay's initial comments because I thought it was really cool that Sean McVay came out and he was very adamant about the media twisting his words a little bit. So let's go ahead and listen in.
All right. First of all, wanted to start off. I hate that I even have to say this, but I think I made a comment earlier that was definitely taken out of context. I am very excited. I have been in a good mood because of the confidence I have in this team, but by no means is that a slight to anybody, like Jared, who has done a phenomenal job for the last 4 years here. I hated that I even have to address that, but I do think out of respect for him and all the good things he's done, I am in a good mood, but that doesn't mean it's not because we're working together or because of just Stafford exclusively. There's a lot of good things going on that I feel really good about and I'm confident about. So don't twist my words when I didn't say that. All right? Thank you. That being said, I am in a good mood still and excited.
Yeah, so there's Sean McVay talking about the media twisting his words, which is absolutely what happened. I can't deny that at all. The media was absolutely twisting his words, basically saying that Sean McVay said that he was in a better mood because Jared Goff's gone. That is not what was said. That was not what was said at all. And Sean McVay, he has a way of speaking. We've gotten accustomed to it since 2017. Us as Rams fans, at first it was like, wow, this guy is like, this guy, he communicates well, and he does. I'm not going to turn that and be like, oh, it turns out he just says the same thing every time. He says similar things, but he does give us information. He is a little bit more of a secretive guy, a little bit. He doesn't like to give up a lot, and he does have his go-tos, his little coach speak, if you will, his Sean McVayisms of the above the neck and all that stuff. So every time he says above the neck, by the way, you have to take a shot. No matter what you're doing, it doesn't matter. Rams fans, my favorite kind of human being. Thank you guys so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. I appreciate the heck out of you guys. If you have not already, please, on this side over here is where you're going to see the subscribe button. Make sure you guys go ahead and do that. And if you liked this clip, I guarantee you're going to like the entire thing, the entire show. So go ahead and that'll be right over here. Click that. Watch the whole podcast. Thank you guys so much. Peace. Go Rams.